Come on. I want to reach orbit with this. Hi, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we are now witnessing my 4th attempt to reach orbit with this fucker. I did get rid of a science bay that I tried to plant in, and I did get rid of so many stuff, and I got rid of the wings because they were a problem. I got rid of the 4-fold rotation axis of the thing, instead put a 3-fold in, because I think that allows me to steer better, consistent about all room direction, because if I have 4, then there are different directions in which I steer with a different in which this thrust is different. So I have like a quadratic shape and not a circular shape of thrust when I go, and that's not good because it's not symmetric over space. So I'll just try to do it this way and finally reach space, hopefully. I want to try to go down this direction and have a flight that goes over to that horizon, because that will help us reach orbit. So that's what I'm trying to do now. Of course, I'm always forgetting to activate the SAS. This one is not as controllable as it was before, but this is still okay. I should not stray too much from the prograde vector, which is the green one. We're not doing as much speed as we have before, which is great. I throttled the thrusters to 70%. That was definitely helping. So this direction, we need to reach 70,000 in the apoapsis. We're too fast. Apoapsis is in space, so okay. So we have a way better flight thingy now. Oh god, this is not close to being equatorial at all. I wanted to start on an equatorial thing because that's what's costing the least amount of fuel. Let's try to wait until we are out in space. That's about at the 3-minute mark, as it always was when I started my recording. But I want to get into an orbit with this basic kind of structure, please. Come on, let me go into orbit. Okay. So we want to blow that way approximately, I think. Wait until we reach... Oh no, not that way. We want to reach that point there. This one. Okay. Full attack. I hope it's enough this time. I put in more fuel like the last, than in the last attempt. Come on, I want to reach orbit with this. That's orbit. We just reached orbit. That was fucking close. I have 89 meters left of thrust. Okay, we have an orbit. Let's look at our little ship in orbit. Jebediah really likes it. He always likes everything. Just look around in his cockpit. Where's all the stuff? And I have to take care of something. I'm sorry, my doorbell was ringing. That was the guy that wants to get rid of the water that's dropping from our ceiling in the bathroom, because the bathtub of the lady that's residing one floor above us is leaking. And he accidentally did ring my doorbell instead of hers, but whatever. Yeah, this is how the cockpit looks. So we have everything that we need inside this cockpit, so we could actually steer this from here. This is our nav ball. I want to go to external view. How do I do this? How do I leave this view? Settings. How do I leave this view? I would think it's V or C. Let's try to go. Why? Why? Game! Fuck you! Why did you turn off my headphones? Ah. The game is so quiet that my headphones did get turned off. Okay. Why is the master volume at 50%? Apply. Wow. The game's so quiet that it auto turned off my headphones because they think they're not targeted. V? Yeah. They're not targeted by the computer anymore. So what it's then actually doing is it is doing this weird noisy noise. These in my ears, and I don't like that. Now it turned on my headphones again. Weird. Sometimes I hate you, computer. So, mystery goo in space. We had that already, but we want one of those. Then we have the barometer. We have that already, yeah? Yeah. Then we have the thermometer. Ah, it didn't survive the last re-entry, of course. We do have a crew report, so we don't need one. We can't do EVA, so that's all we can do for now. I want to look, because we have to wait for the apoapsis again. Yeah, because if we want to fall down, we have to brake at the apoapsis to use as less fuel as possible to get this below 70,000. I might have overburned just a bit, so that we're now lost forever. Let's circle that planet once. Also, by the way, you see those green lines collecting to my shuttle. Those are the comm connections that we have with like different ground stations. We'll later have to devise an entire network of satellites to have comms to deep space and stuff, so that we can reach the other side of the moon. Because if we're on the moon, and we're on the other side, we lose our access to every thing that's not done by humans. Why? This is why Jebediah Kerman's not showing. Okay. We want to go back to the apoapsis. Wait. And now we want to burn retrograde. Retrograde is against the line of movement. So these points are always directed towards the point on our orbit. Prograde is the direction we move in. Retrograde is the anti-direction for that. Then we have radial, which is outwards. Anti-radial, which is inwards, or vice versa, I'm not sure. And then we have normal and anti-normal, which will turn our orbit. We'll see what that is all about once we have reached a certain level that allows us access to to orbital maneuvers. But now I want to point normal, so perpendicular to our plane of flight. I want to jettison all the lower stuff of it. And now I want to turn retrograde so that the heat shield is actually working when we re-enter. And this is the Kerbal Space Center with its island space field, which is actually on that island that I pointed out last time, so we will land in the highlands again, perhaps. We'll see. We did surround Kerbin one time. We have the right speed. We don't have the right altitude, and the moment we reach the 37,000 meters altitude, we won't have the speed for this. Flying is a weird thing that it isn't pointed. Let's fix that to this, so that we see if we are in atmosphere. If we're counting as flying. Oh, turn on SAS. Point retrograde. Yeah, we are flying. Okay. So we are now going down, which is a bit of a shame that we're doing it in the dark. But in the dark, on the other side, surface, always do that in regards to surface, not to orbit, if you're going down. Because otherwise you will have a problem, because that's not the same direction. That's where our debris is flying. That's our engine and our fins and stuff. And the tanks. They're still flying at the same speed as we are. We have 2,000 meters still of speed, but we have not reached the thicker parts of the atmosphere yet. We will reach that around here, which is before 37,000 meters. Because I think 37,000 to 25,000 meters is this part of the atmosphere. We'll see. We'll see if we manage to get this mission done. We're still at 2,000 surface speed. The orbit speed is higher because we move with Kerbin. So we have the 175 meters per second that Kerbin moves around his axis. We have that added on top of the our speed regarding in relation to the surface. We now have here our heat ablator. We can pin that so that we can look at other stuff too, if we want to. We have that here so that we can see that it isn't too much going on. We can also change into his view, but the moment I do that, something weird might happen. We have the right speed. We still have the right speed. We don't have the right height. Oh. Stuff is trying to get hot because I'm not properly lined. We need to be properly lined with the retrograde. For whatever reason, the surface thingy is turned around and we're pointing into blue instead of red. I think we are landing on the other side of the planet that we were on. No, we are landing near our space center. Weird. We have that. Yay! We did it! Contract complete. Delete all messages. Don't show again. Yes. The don't show again was activated all the time. Okay, we have a G-force meter here showing that we only suffer from 1 G now, so that's okay. We don't have to worry about G-forces in normal difficulty though. So that's not our biggest problem now. So Jebediah can't get unconscious, because if we're getting unconscious, we are losing control of our shuttle, and we can't do these little controls. They're actually done by Jebediah now and not by a computer. And if we have better parts or better science or better pilots, it will all be automatically. Okay. So we have had enough breakdown now. We are not anymore. We're not glowing anymore, so that we can already toggle off the SAS to just fall naturally in this way. And we'll also pre-ignite the things. They were red. I thought that this counts as pre-ignition and it would only open at 10,000 meters. But okay, we're now slowly going down. At 10,000 meters they will unfold to the next bigger version. No, at 1,000 meters they will unfold to the next bigger version. We already have a surface a velocity of 200. Oh, we're landing in the sea again, which is not good because we can't take an EVA from here. We can't take an EVA from in the atmosphere, which is also stupid. Log pressure data here while flying at Kerbal. This already has data. The mystery goo. While flying, this is just general flying. It has no biome specific thingy. We can see the underwater topography, which we don't want to because that does give 0 points and we'll just splash down a few meters from now. Oh, I did forget the last time that we had to that we can do this. I'll talk about that when it becomes apparent that we need it. Ah, we have a crew assessment from being inside the water. Let's recover our vessel. Okay, we reached orbit with the shitty starting craft. Interesting. I thought I had to do an extra orbital for this, but no. 75 science we have now. We got a bit of our funds back. We advanced to level 1 with Jebediah. So we need to upgrade the vehicle assembly building. This is most important. Let's see. Astronaut complex would be great. Strategies. I didn't ever do any strategies. There's research and development. We don't want that. We don't want that. We upgraded this. This would leave us with only 9k, which is not enough. We have mission control or the astronaut complex to upgrade. Let's look into research and development first. We have 75 science. We can now do general construction to have the crew cabin so that we can accept those tourist contracts, which give us a lot of money. And that's all we could do. I would really have liked the small inline reaction wheel, but we don't have enough science. Okay. And mission control. Explore the moon. Expires in 5 days? We get 80,000 in advance and 160,000 for the completion, and part completion stuff will also net us. Or is this... I don't think if that's the addition, the sum of that, or if we get both. I think we get both of that. Yeah, that's 26, not 27. Simply head to the moon and fly by it. Easy as pie, no risk at all. Now sign this waiver. Yes. Paul Rovemax Model S2. That's for a rover. That's a rover part. Ferry 2. Tourist into a space flight, into suborbital space flight. Or 3. Let's do these 2. For getting money. Because we'll get money for our suborbital space flight, and we'll get reputation for completion. But we'll get money for that. Do we get more money for that? No. Okay, so we're doing the 2 tourist thingy because 2 tourists can enter that spacecraft. So let's see, we have 240,000. What will this give us? No. What will this give us? Patched cornicles. I want to do flight maneuvers. Where can I... Administration building. Strategies. No. Research and development. What is the administration building even about? Oh! We can have one strategies. We can have one strategy. So either patent licensing takes 5% science gains from contracts, yields funds for each unit of science, takes science gain from field work, and creates... Okay, so we will lose science and get more funds, or we can now lose reputation and we'll get less reputation but get more funds for the fundraising. Okay, so all of these have a minus. All of these have a minus. Research rights sellout. I can now sell science for funds. But only 180 funds, which is bullshit. Bailout grant. Effective immediately. Lose reputation but gain money. Funds instead. Air reputation instead of funds. Funds off on launch costs and R&D purchases. Funds off on faculty repair and construction, but less reputation. Okay, that's not my problem. This is funds, reputation and science from milestone and field work go up, but from contracts go down. That's interesting, but the setup cost is ridiculous. Okay, we don't need that. So this can allow us to disembark on other thingies. Is it? What? Oh, I accidentally upgraded it. Okay. We can now perform EVAs and place flags. No problem, that's great. I like that. Tracking station upgrade required for flight planning. So we need a tracking station upgrade and a mission control upgrade for flight planning. Because flight planning, I think that are the maneuver points that I was speaking about. So let's do this one already. So we can take more. Test that at launch site. That's very easy. That's very easy. Let's just do that. Test that as launch site. Those are all very specific. More suborbital spaceflight tourists. Okay. 2 more tourists. 3 more tourists. Okay, that's a lot of tourists we have to ferry now. But let's go into our assembly building and do the easiest thing. I got a weird message and then the game crashed. So let's see at which point it crashed. We have 98,000, so we did upgrade this. Okay, we now need to upgrade this to continue. Okay, so I wanted to go in here because we want our tourister MK1. We'll have to start with a command pod and we'll also take... Is it payload? No. Cargo? No. Structure? No. Coupling, payload, aerodynamics, ground, thermal, electrical, communication, science, cargo, utility, crew cabin. We also need thermal shielding to have no problem with the re-entry. We also want a parachute and 2 side parachutes. And we also want to take, because we might be landing at a different spot, we'll take science experiments. Which we will take, not the goo because it has so much drag. And will make ascending more difficult. We just do a press bed barometer and a 2-Hz thermometer. And this will be our landing stage. Now, decoupling. Different decoupler sizes, that's for bigger ones. This is for medium ones, this is for the small ones. Then we want our engine. No, not our engine, but our fuel tanks. We'll go with 3 of these. And a swivel engine. We want to go with couplers, 3 of them, because I like 3/4 symmetry way better, because it works better for everything. Like if you have a table that has 3 legs, the legs can be of different lengths and stuff, and it won't be a problem. If you have 4-legged table that has different length in legs, that's a real problem. And it's... No, that's not properly centered. This is now properly centered. We'll get our aerodynamic nose cones. We get our 3 basic fins. In the middle of it, yes. And then we look. We have a lot of parts to go still. Yeah, we can do more parts now. I forgot. So what I'm gonna do now is I wanna take the heat shield. And I wanna try the Science Junior. I'll try to incorporate this. Okay, if we're doing that, then... We'll see if this is already enough for our flight. We could also take the big ones. Whatever. Let's just do this way. Sometimes it's a problem to place them right. Okay. Are they low enough? No, they're not. Are they now placed accordingly? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Which is weird because I have 3/4 symmetry activated. Okay, this is a mess. This should be alright. Yes. Perfect. This should transport us to space and back. I hope. I'll do it different. I think we might want to have these like in like a triple fold kind of way around here. Let's see if we break our things when we go down. Okay, crew. We have 2 empty seats here. So we pick Melmy Kerman and Lodless Kerman, 2 of the tourists, to haul them into space. This is okay. No, those are action groups. We don't need action groups now. I think the action groups are new. Okay, I did unlock them. Interesting. So we want to have this engine fire the moment those go off. This should be alright. We'll see how it goes. Save it, launch it. To get some funds via tourists. Now that we reached orbit. But with them we only need suborbital flights, so no need to go for the full journey. Toggle the SAS. That's prograde and retrograde that I can now activate because Jebediah Kerman has leveled up. Prograde, retrograde, full vessel control without com axis. Orbit around Kerbal equals 2. Okay, let's just start. Not turn around too much. Turn a bit around like this. I didn't mark down there the thrust of the fuel thrusters, the solid fuel thrusters. You have to do it this way. Where are we? On the other side. Apoapsis is not above where we want to go yet. We will just go straight up because we don't need to reach orbit. I mean, we can try. Can try going for orbit. So we're pointing that way now. This should be enough. Then let's go for orbit. We have to wait on the map till we reach space properly. I think we don't have enough fuel to go for orbit. But I want to land somewhere different this time. So what I'm actually going to do is we have to wait until we're in space. Great. So I want to go like this way. Yeah, it's getting more difficult to steer because it's bigger now. And I just want to make this go away. So we want to go somewhere different. So we are in a suborbital flight. We want to activate the Science Junior for the first time. Materials study while in space near Kerbal, the microgravity has greatly affected the growth of crystalline structures. Loose objects are also flying around the bay in a very messy but fascinating way. 25 science we'll get from that. Can we do a crew report with this? Yes, we could. We could also do a crew report with this, but we need it to be manned, so that doesn't work. Okay, so we want to point like a different way, normal to our flight path, to get rid of the lower stage, and then we want to go retrograde without SAS. Just by our pilot steering for the re-entry. Yeah, Malmi Kerman and Ludless Kerman did survive our touristy flight, and will now go until we reach atmosphere again. 987, there it is. Toggle the SAS and point it retrograde to see if we survive. This might take a while. Let's look around. Contract parameter complete, and word first milestone is what? The recent accomplishment of our space program is direct contributions. We have returned to the surface from orbit. Yeah, we had that already. We don't get too much of a bonus for doing new stuff. We're not as that's why they had the little things going on the last time. Because I was flying retrograde. Uh-oh. I'm trying to spin so that everything's alright. We're at 9,000 meters. Why didn't we Why didn't we brake? Why didn't we brake? Why didn't we brake enough? 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 Stop! Revert flight. What? Yeah, revert to launch. Try that again. What did happen there? We didn't brake enough by just braking. Okay. That was a problem. The electric charge was empty, I suppose. Okay. Start this again. Go in like any direction. That's not the normal direction that we always go in. Activate the liquid fuel thrusters when we reach that place. And forget to toggle on SAS, so we can revert to launch again. That's how you fail. Turn on that damn SAS. And throttle up and go. Wait, we're doing something different. We will revert to vehicle assembly because I noticed a problem that I know of. Okay. We get rid of these, we put them back where they belong, which is up here. But we'll take some other radial mounts here, yeah. These ones here. These are the drag parachutes. Save, launch. These will slow us down in a point in time where we still are too fast for our other things to work, for other parachutes. Let's go up again. SAS. How do I always forget to turn the SAS on when starting? That's really a problem. They're supposed to have a checklist. We're on the other side. Try to go that way. This would be an suborbital flight already. Turn it off and ascend via prograde, but without SAS. The fins should... Hey! Prograde. Stay in prograde, turn off SAS. You shouldn't SAS, turn to prograde. Relating to surface, turn off SAS. Of course it's pulling me this way because of the fins and what they do to the aerodynamics. Okay, we're trying a different thing this time. 76, 67, 68, 69, 70k. We fulfilled the parameters. We're going for retrograde. Okay, that's costing a lot of SAS. Fuel. Which is electric charge. Okay. But we want to go to where we almost go back into the atmosphere again. Wait, don't forget to do the experiments. Observe the materials bay. Keep it. with more experiments with us. I think we already have them. Yeah. And this one too. Yeah, we have them already. Okay. So let's go to where we almost enter atmosphere again. And SAS go to retrograde. And power. And once they're empty, we're gonna throw them off. And starting to deploy the parachutes. The drag ones, please, not the other ones. Oh, we are outside of the place where we can do that. We almost reached a halt again. But this should now be way more stable. Close doors. That could have also been the problem, the extra drag from that. Also the extra drag from these. Yeah, the extra drag from that could have pointed it upwards. Yeah, might be. Okay, we are approaching the surface again. Come on. This is dead silent. That's not good. It will, the computer will turn off my headphones again if it's dead silent. We didn't even need to take a heat shielding with us. Okay. We can now fast forward because we have our parachutes working for us. Wait, are we in a place in the atmosphere where we didn't take a temperature log again already? By flying over the water we have that, but we don't have this. No, this is flying at Kerbal. I reached a threshold. God damn it. Where I can't take any new stuff. SAS, no. $3,000, $2,000 above the actual ground. Yeah, those are now blown up. Look at how many stupid things we have. I think we'll throw down to crawl. Yeah, we have like no speed regarding to the surface. Okay, we really need to do this way. Okay. And we're watering in a few minutes. So we have done 2 suborbital space flights, but we need to do a lot more. But I'll do them between episodes. So this space flight you've seen, I will do this as many more times as needed, so as to have all of those contracts out of the way to get money to buy the tracking station upgrade, which we need for our maneuvers. Did we lock the pressure here already? That's crew report. Yeah, we have that already. Did we lock the pressure here? Yes, we did. Okay. So, recover the vessel. And we got 25 science from that. We got a lot from that. Parts. A lot of funds, but the most funds we did from we got from returning the 2 tourists. And we'll do that a few times more. We have 55, so we can't actually get the small inline reaction wheels. That will make flying way easier. Or the liquid, the Terrier engine. I remember that this engine is very good at vacuum, yeah. This is just efficiency, this is not thrust. Thrust is not good, but but it's efficiency, so that's what we're going for if we are flying to Duna, which is the Mars. So flight control is what we want, not the winglets, not the other re-entry module, but the inline reaction wheel is what I want from that. Okay, we have our tourists. We could also take another thingy. No, we can't. Nothing in there is interesting for me. Okay, we have 2 of those contract parameters complete. We didn't complete it yet. This is the 3-person variation that we did. Okay. Also, we wanted to test the Fleer solid fuel booster at launch site. We can do this with Hopper Mark 1. I will just do that off screen. So I'll see you tomorrow when I have all that stuff off my checklist and I have some upgrades. I have enough funds here so that I can show you which upgrades I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna build a ship to bring us to the moon and fly us by the moon. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.